Hello everyone, welcome to Anchor Point Passions. I'm Sarah Sherman, and today we're going to be talking about how to train for archery, and we're going to talk about the USA Archery Train to Win Challenge and how this has changed how I train and may potentially change how you train as well. So before I begin talking about training for archery, I just wanted to mention a couple things. First, I really wish I could have been able to shoot this outside, but there is construction going on outside, so the sound would not be very good. And I also apologize if you can hear any of it, like during the clip, just in general. The second thing that I wanted to tell you guys before I started this, please watch till the end of the video because I do have some important announcements. With that all being said, let's get down to how to train for archery. So first off, what is the USA Archery Train to Win Challenge? This is a challenge that is set by USA Archery, and it goes on for a week. So what you do is anyone can enter, and you get a series of training exercises or shooting activities that you'll be doing through the week. And then for every exercise or activity that you do, you get certain points for how many arrows are shot or how many exercises are completed. The person at the end of the week will then be the winner, and I believe they get a free t-shirt from USA Archery as a prize. One of my previous videos, I already went over a little bit about this challenge already and gave out some of the scores that came out from the previous week's challenge. So going into this challenge, I wanted to try and get to 2,000 points. That was kind of like the minimum. That was my goal of what I wanted to set. So I ended up finishing this challenge with a total of 3,004.5 points, which I think is really outstanding. I want to say that I really, for the sake of the video and the length of the video, I don't really want to go over each individual exercise and what it's about. If you'd like to know exactly what I'm talking about or what exactly the exercise is, I'll post the link to the article below. So if you'd like to see exactly what each exercise is, you can go to that link and there will be descriptions on how to do each exercise. So going into how I am training now based on what I have seen has worked for me through doing this challenge, this is just how I've started to train. Before I go out and shoot, I always want to blank bail. And that's just because you can work on your whole form instead of just one specific thing. Just shooting your bow and working on it, kind of getting those muscles a little stretched out before you go and apply pressures to yourself through scoring. Another thing that I do before I go out and shoot or really train hard is I've been doing the stretch band exercise, which is literally you can just use a stretch band and stretch out your muscles. Or I've been using my AccuBow because it also has a stretch band on it, so I can still get the feel of the bow. I don't have to worry about dry firing it. Now, for a lot of these exercises that USA Archery has given, the first day that I did this challenge, I did all of these exercises in the beginning of the day before I went to shoot my scores, which was a big mistake because a lot of these exercises are physically taxing. So I would absolutely recommend to do your strength training after you're done shooting. With that, I will go over the shooting activities first before I go over the strength training activities. So first and foremost, the most basic scoring activity is to just do a scoring round. And this is really good because you can simulate competitions in your head, put yourself in that competition setting that you want to do, and just shoot and see how well you're doing. The next activity is an activity that I've really loved, like a lot. And this activity is called the gold game. It really challenged me hard to make sure that I make the best possible shot every single shot. It doesn't really focus on score, but it focuses on what color and what rings you hit. towards a score. Another fun thing about this activity is if you start up short and you shoot like really well, you can do it in 50 shots and you didn't shoot any in the red, awesome. Then what you can do is move back, and this is what I was doing through the week. I was moving back and then I'd shoot more, and then I'd see how well I was doing there. Then I'd move back, and each time you move back to a further distance, it gets harder to hit the yellow, so then you're going to have to shoot more arrows to make up for that. And the last activity is the virtual elimination rounds, which is really, really great. It might not be a physical person that you're with, but even just the fact of having someone there shooting with you, that can add pressure, and also just having someone else there shooting with you can make you better, and you guys can make each other better while you're shooting this activity. So now for the training exercises. Now, I mentioned that I was doing these at the end of the day, and a lot of times I could do these exercises in front of the TV. So the first out of these exercises that I would do would be the holding SPT, or specific physical training. So what's really hard about this one is that you're pulling your bow back or whatever else you're using, and you're holding with your back, just holding in place at your holding position. And that really helps build up your muscles when you're holding. And I really noticed this to help me because at my grandma's house, I was shooting in the wind a lot. And I even mentioned that in my last video. And this exercise really helped me because whenever the wind was pushing my bow, I could stand strong and hold firm, and I knew that my arrow was going to go exactly where it needed to go. So the next exercise is the flexibility SPT, and this was really taxing, and I think even maybe a little bit more taxing than the holding. So the way that I did this challenge for compound, because I don't have a recurve, and I also don't have a recurve that has a clicker on it, what I did was I just took a loop string, put my release on that loop string, and went through my form. Once that release went to a click, then I'd put my thumb back over the peg so the release wouldn't go off, and then I'd expand my back for those 10 seconds just so I could get that expansion in. And the expansion is really, really, really beneficial. This is a hard exercise because it really works your back. But I found once I did this for the week that my form just became stronger and way more powerful. Finally, the last exercise that I did was the power SPT. And this one was also a really good exercise. Now, for the strength training part, as USA recommends, I would not do this with a compound. So for the exercise part of this, just drawing the bow up, letting the bow down, drawing the bow back up, letting it down, and doing those exercises is really great because it really works out your muscles. It really helps in a competition where you're going to have to let down when you decide this isn't a good shot, no matter what point you are in your shot process, and you have to let down. This is a great exercise to learn how to do that. I've seen the effects of how these training exercises and activities have helped me in my form. They have really made me become a stronger, better archer, and I've noticed this in the wind. I even practiced in the rain, and even in the rain, I had one of my best scoring rounds. If you guys want to train, learn a couple different ways of how to train, maybe even try this challenge on your own and see maybe the positive effects in your own training regiment, I would definitely say to try this training challenge. And even if you don't compete, just try some of these exercises, because I know if you're not already doing them, they will definitely help you out in the long run. All right, so that's it for today. I do have a couple announcements in general about this channel. So on a positive, I have been asked to go back to work, so I'm very happy about this. But that also will affect how many videos I'll be able to get out in a week. So I am just going to upload only one video a week, and that will be on Tuesday. Keep an eye out on Tuesday. Starting this week, I won't be doing a Thursday video just because I will be busy during the week. So another announcement that I have is about the group of YouTubers I've been working on to cover our stories through this pandemic, and my turn to edit is this week. So this means that next Monday I will be coming out with that video, so make sure to stay tuned for Monday. That will be when I come out with my episode on the pandemic and how it's affecting everyone. The theme is how we think the future will look like, whether it's changed due to the virus, or if we think that there will be no change, everyone will just go back to normal. And then on Tuesday, as I have said, I will come out with our regularly scheduled video. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please click that subscribe button. And if you want to see more and get notifications from my channel, please click the bell beside the subscribe and you will be notified. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye.